And welcome to this talk. I'm Cedric, and for my third Odoo experience, I'm really proud and happy to present you the Connect Plus project. So, today I will try to explain you how we succeeded. But first of all, I would like to explain what's the core business of Connect Plus. Basically, Connect Plus is a omnichannel network that includes 400 shops, more than 400 shops, and these shops are specialized in IT and electronics devices. So, Connect Plus will provide to the shops the best purchase price and the best discounts. So it's really a big asset to be together to benefit from the biggest, largest discounts. Of course, the shops are fully independent. So they are working alone and they are just working together to get just a better power together. But if they are working alone, it means that they are fully free to choose their business process, their software, and so on. So currently, they use lots of software and lots of business processes. Okay, so the agenda of today is we will start with testimonials from the 2 shops owners who are using Odoo. Then I will explain you the challenge we faced all along the project, from the genesis to the revolution. And to conclude, we will explain the lessons we learned during this project. So now, let's watch the video from Fabrice and Jean-Bernard from respectively FB Computers and JB Sonics.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Fabrice, je suis gérant du magasin FB Computers situé à Aiguezé et nous faisons partie du groupement Excellent.
Je m'appelle Jean-Bernard Vanout et je suis le responsable du magasin JB Sonic à Genneval. Avant, nous travaillions avec un logiciel de gestion qui s'appelait Mercator. Le programme avait une vingtaine d'années et donc n'était pas du tout interactif avec des adresses mail ou des envois automatiques de factures ou des choses comme ça.
Nous utilisions DBFAC. C'était un logiciel qui commençait à devenir un peu archaïque. Il était temps de commencer à penser à moderniser cette partie-là.
On était clairement à la recherche d'un nouveau logiciel parce qu'on sentait que c'était vraiment nécessaire. Il se fait que nous faisons partie du groupement Connect Plus depuis maintenant 1 an et demi. Le groupement nous a proposé Odoo et ça semble être un produit assez intéressant. Je n'ai pas hésité.
Les avantages de Connect ERP sont la rapidité du logiciel, le fait que ça soit convivial, que ça soit relié au système de paiement électronique. Tout cela amène une rapidité au niveau des ventes, au niveau contact avec les clients, qui nous laisse la possibilité aussi de passer plus de temps avec le client, à pouvoir expliquer davantage d'autres choses que de passer du temps sur le logiciel.
Les ventes sont créées dans Point de Vente directement et ça c'était un travail qu'on faisait que le soir ou le lendemain matin et qui prenait certainement 1 heure, 1 heure et demie tous les jours.
Nous avons eu l'occasion de pouvoir tester aussi Odoo sur un smartphone. Pour faire les inventaires, c'est hyper pratique. Ça nous permet d'aller de rayon en rayon, de pouvoir scanner des articles, pouvoir faire des inventaires, pouvoir scanner des numéros de série. Ça m'arrive d'aller en déplacement chez des clients, de faire une réparation et je peux, avec l'application, effectuer une vente, donc une facturation directement de mon intervention à domicile.
Je pense que le potentiel principal sera un gain de temps. Et on le sent déjà, ne fût-ce qu'avec le point de vente, c'est clairement un gain de temps déjà d'au moins 1 heure, 1 heure et demie par jour. Et je crois qu'il y aura encore du potentiel quand on sera tout à fait au point.
Au niveau de l'implémentation, nous avons transféré toutes nos informations chez Odoo. Une personne a tout importé dans le logiciel Odoo. Et ensuite, du jour au lendemain, nous avons pu utiliser directement la version finale.
Après une journée de formation complète avec 2 formateurs ici dans le magasin pour repasser en revue un petit peu toutes les possibilités, eh bien on s'est lancé début juin dans le programme.
Bien entendu, nous avons quand même dû vérifier différents points au niveau des articles, au niveau des contacts, pour être sûr que tout soit correct.
Dès qu'il y a quelque chose qui ne va pas, on en parle lors d'une vidéoconférence avec la personne qui s'occupe de nous et on lui dit voilà, on aimerait ça ou ça en plus, ou ça ne va pas, donc c'est comme ça que ça se passe.
En conclusion, je pense que nous avons fait le bon choix de passer vers Odoo. Au début de l'utilisation du logiciel, donc la nouvelle est quand même un peu stressante de savoir qu'on va utiliser un nouveau programme, mais au final, avec du recul aujourd'hui, on se rend compte que c'était une bonne démarche de passer vers un nouveau logiciel.
Okay, as you probably noticed in the video, they are running the same kind of business, but they are using different software, different legacy software.
Hey, Cedric. Does this mean that these 400 independent shops, they are doing the same as they? So they don't have a standard of option right now?
No, there is no standard software currently. They are just working as they want. If you are listening well, at the very beginning of the talk, I explained that they are all independent, so they can choose their own software, their own business process. And of course, it's the main challenge of this project because, as you probably know, the shop owners don't want to change their habits. They want to benefit from the new features, of course, but without changing their habits. So that's why we applied again our great methodology, and I advise to check the talk from my colleague Antoine about the methodology if you want to discover further information about this. But in this case, because they can choose what they want, we will face lots of change management. And to do this, again, we apply our change management methodology. Okay, so before starting the project, we defined a scope by performing an audit and a return on investment analysis. During this analysis, we noticed two main business flows. The first one is about the sales. Basically, a shop on a daily basis will sell products to the customers. To do this, they need to take the order, to be able to register a payment, to invoice, to delivery, and so on. So it's a basic flow. But the most common flow is about the fact that there are some products that are not in stock currently. So if the customer comes at the shop, the product is not available, so the shop has to take the order, and then 1 week later, after registering a down payment, the customer has to get the product in the shop, and then the shop can invoice the customer. So that's the most common business process applied in all shops. The second part of the scope is about the planning. Another use case that could be compatible with the first one is that the customer will ask for an installation on site. So the shop owner has to know when the installation should be done, who will perform this, at which address, and so on. So to do this, they need a planning in which some tasks are mandatory to manage the flow. That's why we implemented projects. Of course, besides this, we have three other applications: inventory, purchase, and accounting. But at the final stage of the slide of the return on investment analysis, we have a conclusion. It was a question. The question was, should we customize the POS application with DM to integrate all of the sales flow? It means that sales orders and so on. Or should we customize the sales order with DM to be able to register payments, to register down payments, to deliver fast the products, to make the automatic invoice, and so on? We choose the second option for technical and functional reasons. And of course, for the project, we add a layer with DM to manage the service and to make it fully integrated with the sales application. Besides this, we also developed some integrations with DM to ease the business process. For example, with DM to avoid dual encoding, we connected Odoo with central database to get all of the product information up to date, to send in one click the purchase order to Connect Plus and the suppliers, to be able to manage the customer feedback, and so on. So there are so many integrations available for the shops, and they are able to ease their business like this. Okay, so after this, one shop went live in March, and we requalified the project after this first implementation.
Whoa, requalified? Why? It seems so good. Why'd you do something like that?
Yeah, good remark. We did it because what we built was a white elephant. Yeah, that's exactly the case. As you can imagine, we had lots of customization to handle the business process. And what we did is replacing the sales application by the point of sales application. Basically, sales is still existing, but it's now fully integrated with the POS application. In other words, you are able to import a sale order in the POS application with the aim to get the payment or to settle the order. Again, we have the second application we manage this project. It's the field service application.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, everybody knows that the field service doesn't work with the POS. How would you do that?
Yeah, you can watch the keynote from Fabien because it explains it. But in our case, I will explain how we tackle this integration. Basically, when you create a task in the field service application, the problem is that you can directly deliver the product. So to avoid this, we simply remove the auto delivery with the aim to delivery and to pay the field service task directly in the POS. So the two applications are now fully integrated. Of course, if you want to discover what's new in the POS, you can check the talk from my colleague Marius, and he will explain you all of the new features we developed for the new version 15. On our side, for the project, because we are running on the version 14, we backported on a daily basis all the new features provided by the research and department development. So, of course, with the aim to improve the POS application, we collected lots of feedback from the field, from the shops, and we closely work with the R&D to implement them in standards. So it's a great asset for the new version 15. So in conclusion, as you can notice, Odoo is evolving fast. Now we can meet lots of requirements in standard, and the customer are happy. In the context of the project, as I said, we are able to deliver new features every week with the aim to ease the daily processes. So because of all the shops are running well, now we have 50 shops in production, we are able to deploy quickly new shops during the rollout process. Thanks to our dedicated team of 15 consultants, they are well trained with the aim to understand the business, to be able to apply the right business flow, to enable the right features, to use a template to directly duplicate a new database and to have some pre-configuration directly installed. We are very fast in the implementation process. So thanks to this team too, we are able to collect feedback with the aim to bring new features, new improvements in the POS. It could be a setting, it could be usability, it could be brand new feature. Everything is taken into account, and that's why Odoo is evolving fast and brings new features to make the customer happy. So thank you for watching, and I would like to thank you, Connect Plus, for their great collaboration. Of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and enjoy your Odoo experience.
Hello, thank you for this presentation, Cedric. So to present myself, I'm Celine. I'm a business advisor working at Odoo as well. And I'm going to ask some questions that you might have about this presentation. So please don't forget to write your question in the chat so we can see what kind of question you have, and then we can answer to them. So before having some questions from you guys, we will ask some questions that you might have as well, and that we think about that can be nice to know. So Cedric, which kind of customer have you done? No, which kind of customization have you done during this project?
Yeah, basically, as I said, we try to stick as much as possible with the standard. That's why we backported lots of features from the V15 in V14, because we live in V14 in this project. So we backported the feature as standard as they are developed in the V15. And of course, regarding the current application in V14, we try to use, again, as much as possible, the standard features. Of course, we have some small customization, and we have about 500 lines of code from miscustomization about new fields, some legal improvements on reports, and so on. But most of the customization obviously are done in the integrations with the central, with the other shops, with the extra suppliers, and so on. And of course, this amount of customization is about 30,000 lines of code. So of course, we have lots of customization for this, but not regarding the standard features.
Okay, thank you for this answer. We have another question from Jan. So is the backport of the V15 POS feature freely available?
Unfortunately, no, because we backported only for this customer, and the backport are done on our own repository, which is not public. So it's not free, but obviously, if you want to use the feature for the V15, use the V15 directly.
Okay, thank you. Geert is asking, can you explain the link with FSM? I didn't get the relation with POS.
Yeah, good question. Basically, when you mark as done a task in the field service management process, automatically Odoo will deliver the product. Obviously, when you will invoice this task using the POS, Odoo will perform a second delivery. So the main integration here is to avoid the double shipment here, and then when the task is done, we just remove the stock move. We just cancel the stock move with the aim to avoid the double shipment when this task is imported into the POS.
Okay, thank you for the answer. I have another question for you. Did you choose the point of sales because of the offline feature?
No, it was not the main point to choose the point of sale. The point of sale was chosen for its usability mainly. The offline mode is not really useful in this kind of project because all of the shops are mainly IT shops. They have a good internet connection, so they didn't need to work offline. And in 99% of the case, they are running online, so no problem for this.
Okay, perfect. We have Johan, Carlos, asking a question. So, does the POS will be able to accept multi-currency payment at one transaction?
Not yet, no. It's not done. We can only register only on the main currency of the company.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. We have another question. So, how do you manage releases on so many stores?
Okay, the release process is quite huge because we have dozens of shops that are live, and then we have to manage the release not during the working hours. So we have to release it 2 times a week with the aim to deploy every week new features. And when it's done, we try to do it nightly. So basically, our release process is based on a master database in which we push all of the new features. And every Monday and every Thursday, we have a deployment that is being done automatically on all the shops with the aim to provide them all the new features.
I see your question. If I want to work with Odoo, how do I start? Then you can maybe reach out to our HR departments and send your CV and motivation letter, I guess. You can find information on our website. So are customization, the same for each store?
Yeah, the code base for each shop is the same. It means that all the shops shared the same features. We didn't make any customization for a dedicated shop. When we did something, it's for everyone.
Okay, thank you. We have another question coming on the chat. So can we have a quick demo on it, if possible? The problem is that we cannot make now a live demo because it takes too long. So what you can do is to go on our website, odoo.com, and there you can ask to have a meeting with an expert.
Or you can watch the talk about the posts that will be available in the next few hours.
Okay, so another question. So while returning a product on POS, is there a discount applied on the receipt if on the receipt it doesn't apply on the returned order? Did you understand the question?
I will reread it. You can decide. Basically, when you perform a return, Odoo will directly get the discount that has been done on the initial order, of course. But if you want to manage the return differently, if you want to not reimburse the customer, for example, you can use a gift card to be sure that they will spend his money in the shop. But of course, yes, the original discount is applied.
Okay. And for this project, in which version are you?
We are running in V14, and as I said, we backported lots of features from the V15 in V14.
Okay, thank you. Do the journal entry for POS have product details?
No product details because all the entries in POS are merged by accounts. So basically, you don't have the details. But if you check the post order lines, you will have all the details from the product directly on it, but not in the accounting because it's not necessary.
Okay, thank you. Another question would be, how did you plan to update later?
Yeah, it's a good question because, as I said, we have a huge volume of shops and will be a large work to plan, and we will try to do it smoothly. So basically, in the next few weeks, we will test the upgrade to see first if all our backports are compatible with the new version, of course, if we can drop them. And regarding the customization at the integrations level, we'll have to review all of our code. It will take some time to be sure that it will be fully compatible. So that was the first step. The second step when a shop that will be available for testing will be ready, we will deploy the upgrade shop by shop.
Okay, thank you. So do we upgrade all the stores in the same time, or it's not in the same time?
The deployment is always at the same time, two times a week. The upgrade will be smooth shop by shop.
Shop by shop. Thank you. For this project, are you on the SaaS environment, or are you on SH?
We are running on Odoo SH because we have lots of customization, of course, and because we need the API with DM to be able to deploy in one single click, I would say, all the shops at the same time. So it's mandatory to be on the Odoo SH platform because the SaaS doesn't allow this.
Exactly. Okay. Another question would be, do you plan to extend new Odoo modules in this project?
Yeah. The shops are fully independent, so they can obviously choose to add some extra apps, some extra features if they want. Most of them have different scope, different business activities on the side. Their core business is the same, but there are some extra activities that can be managed with other applications, such as planning, such as HR, and so on.
Yeah. Okay. And did you have fun working with this project?
Yeah, because this project is very challenging. Basically, when you face such a huge project, you have lots of questions, you have lots of concern about to manage this, and it was very challenging. So yes, we love it. Yeah.
And is it the first time that you participate to such a big project?
No, in my past I already did it, but not for Odoo, unfortunately.
Not for Odoo. Okay. We have another question coming from Joseph. So does each shop have its own Odoo instance?
Yeah, each shop has one Odoo SH. So one instance, of course.
Okay. And how can a shop have its very own app?
They can't, because we manage the code base as if they are a single shop. So basically, the code base is totally shared between all the shops. And if a shop try to modify this code base, we cannot ensure the stability. We cannot ensure the deployment every week. And then, of course, this shop will not be upgraded, will not be updated, and we will face some issues.
Okay, makes sense. We have another question. So are you running two versions of POS right now, 14 and 15?
No, only 14, but with some feature for 15.
Okay.
So it's an hybrid version.
Okay,
basically.
nice. And we seems to have a last question coming up. So is there possible in POS a multi-user connect at the same time? So for example, there is a salesperson using a user making order and send it to the cashier user to process payment. Is it possible to do that?
Yes, you can run different post sessions in parallel, and it can be the same post session. So using the same post session, one user can take an order, another one can close the order. So yes, it works in parallel, no problem.
Okay, that looks perfect. So it seems that we do not have any more questions on the chat, and this session will come to an end. So I thank you very much for your time, and feel free to contact, to reach out Cedric if you might have any question in the future. You can also ask for a meeting with an expert on our website. So just feel free to contact us again in the future if needed. So thank you very much, Cedric, and enjoy your day. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.